was, Mike.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did that.
And do you remember the one when we were all much younger? Over Darren?
Oh, yes, at the... Yeah, I remember because someone threw a chicken on the roof. There was chickens.
Yeah, there was, yes.
Yeah.
And there was a lake.
Yeah.
And canoes on the lake.
Yeah, I do remember. Not too crazy.
Oh,
Do you want a Margaret mug?
Yeah.
the little sunflower, Daniel gave me that.
Oh, yeah. That's cute. You ready to start?
Yeah.
So how it works is I'll come sit next to you and I'll do like an introduction. And then I'll sit back down and then I've got 10 questions to ask you.
All right.
That I've thought very hard about.
Can I say no comment?
Yeah, I guess. Then I'll turn the light on. Alright. You can keep knitting. Alright. Can you see if I'm in the frame?
Yep, now you are.
Just like that. That works. Alright. Ready? G'day legends. Welcome back to Mikey Talk. We have another very special road episode in the wonderful Terrelgan with my sweet grandma. Aunty Marg, you might know her as. I've been wanting to do this episode for a while, so really excited to get into the nitty gritty of her life and ask some deep thinking questions. So welcome Granny. And then you clap for yourself. And you can clap. Alright. So the first question is, how many grandkids and great grandkids do you have? And what's your favourite thing about being a granny?
I've lost track of how many grandchildren. 12 and 14 step-grandchildren.
Yeah.
The favourite thing?
Yeah, favourite thing about being a
when
granny.
they will come to visit me, all together.
And Sam was just here before getting a beanie fixed up by you.
Yes, and when they bring their alterations, of course.
What is your earliest memory?
Yes, what I was just saying to Heather, living in Parkdale and walking down Parkers Road towards the beach. I was probably about 4.
Oh, so you can still remember that from 4 years old?
Yeah.
And how long did you live in that house for?
Only for about a year.
Yeah.
And then we came to Morwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was by the beach out there?
Morwell wasn't
No, not Morwell. The other place you went.
Parkdale
Parkdale was.
Yes. Parkers Road, Parkdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about from your high school years? What can you remember from? What was school like when you were there?
Well, at school there was 2 rooms, and that was bubs, they were called, instead of preps, to grade 8.
Yeah.
And two teachers to teach the whole school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Used to walk to school, rain, hail or shine, and it was exactly a mile.
Were you a good kid, or did you get in trouble?
Yes.
Did you ever get in trouble?
No.
No.
I was a goody two-shoes.
What were the punishments like for people that were getting in trouble back then?
I can remember the boys getting the strap from the nuns at school.
What's the strap?
They had a strap, like a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hands out, slaps on the hands.
And that was its purpose for belting kids?
Yeah.
But you never, not once, did you ever receive the strap?
No.
Never?
No. Told you I was a goody two-shoes.
What was it like raising 5 kids in this house in the 70s?
It was fun.
It was fun?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember my next door neighbour saying, the only thing we ever hear coming from your house is laughter. Of course there was some bad times as well.
Yeah. And what was the laughter coming from? Like playing games? Like what would you do as a family?
Yeah, well, we cooked a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, we played games and yeah, went for lots of walks and yeah.
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 So you've got 5 kids.
Yeah.
What are the age gaps between them, if you remember?
16 months between the first two.
Yeah. That's Danny, then Terry, who's
No, Paul
Paul and
Paul
Terry.
and Terry.
Yeah.
And then Paul, Terry. Danny, probably 20 months.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've forgotten how old they all are.
And then Kelly.
Paul, Terry, Danny, Kelly and Susie.
Yeah. Did you always want a lot of kids?
Yeah, I wanted 6.
So you're one shy.
Yeah.
So there's still time?
No, I'll just make do with the great grandchildren.
Great,
thank you.
good. How did you meet Grandpa?
It's a complicated one.
Oh, we have time.
Yeah. He was married to my brother-in-law's sister. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so that's when I first met him.
Yeah.
My eldest stepson was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were a babysitter, right?
Yes, I did babysit for them. And,
Yeah. For a while?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. And then you moved into this house?
No, Bob and Beryl moved here, and then Beryl met someone else and moved.
Yeah.
And then eventually I started going out with Grandpa.
Then had 5 kids?
And I had 5 kids, which makes 9 for him.
What was Mum, so Terry, what was Terry like as a teenager?
Well, I'm only finding out now. I always said to them, it doesn't matter what you do, I mightn't find out today, but I will find out eventually. Now she's nearly 60 and I'm still finding things out.
Was she a good kid? Like,
yeah. She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would she look up, because she was the oldest daughter,
Yeah.
the second oldest. Having a house with so many kids, would she kind of look after the others, or was she more of an influence?
They all looked after one another.
Yeah.
They had fun together mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always stuck up for one another.
Yeah.
But when Susie was born, I didn't have much to do with it because Paul and Terry both loved babies. I don't know how often she was fed.
So they raised her pretty much.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense to have a lot of kids, because then you can just get them to look after each other and you can relax.
And if 2 of them are fighting, well, there's still one that's
Not fighting.
get on all right with them.
How has Traralgon changed from when you first moved here till now?
It was a small country town when I moved here. The road wasn't even made out the front. And now, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the traffic and lots of good restaurants and
Yeah. Well, you're saying it kind of does feel like a city in a way, like
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say it used to feel like a country? Like it used to feel like a country town?
Yeah, when I first moved here it was.
Yeah. What do you prefer? Do you prefer it back then or now?
Halfway between.
At a certain point.
Yes. I mean, the 5 kids would all walk to school
Yeah.
on their own, cross over the roads, and now you wouldn't even let them walk down to the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like that sweet spot where you have roads but not too much traffic.
Yeah.
How many years have you been running your sewing business?
As I said, I've been sewing since I was about 5 years old, but probably the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say the key to running a successful business is?
Making sure you do a good job.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had anyone come back and complain, so it must be too bad.
Not one complaint in 20 years.
Only one.
What was that?
She kept coming back until I suggested that maybe she should take it somewhere else.
That's a pretty good track record though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited to ask this one. What can you tell us about the Christopherson ghost?
Oh, I don't know. I still want to know more if anyone's watching. All we know is that he was working as a lighthouse keeper.
And this was your grandpa or your dad?
Your grandpa's
Yeah,
dad.
my grandpa's dad.
Yeah, my father.
Your father-in-law, yeah.
Yeah, my father-in-law. He was working as a lighthouse keeper with his wife, who we didn't realise he was even married to her. I only found that out through Ancestry and finding the wedding certificate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you did end up finding it out, like confirmation later, that they actually were...
Yeah, and even Bob didn't know that they were married.
Mm.
And he went off to check his clay pots early in the morning, and she called him to come in, and he didn't come and was never seen again. And so even though the search went on, Daisy, his wife, left and didn't stay for the search.
Bit suspicious.
Very suspicious. Yeah. And then a more recent lighthouse keeper told us that he was supposed to be a ghost, that they'd hear footsteps coming down the passage, but there'd be no one there. Yeah, so, but his body was never found, and that's why we can't work out how he was married to her. Yeah.
Then how did it become like, because there's articles and stuff that we've seen.
It's written up in the Police Gazette.
Yeah.
Because he was a policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's,
that. And then he was a prisoner of war, and when he came back, he went to the lighthouse.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So he was a prisoner of war, came back, went to the lighthouse, started working there as a lighthouse keeper, mysteriously disappeared in some shady circumstances.
Yes.
And then people started hearing and seeing ghost sightings and noises.
Yes. Yeah.
And then that picked up a bit of media or something,
Yes,
and it became a bit of a story. Yeah. Who would know the most about it? Like if we were to make, not so much a documentary, but if we were to find out as much information about this as we can, who would we need to speak to?
Probably anyone who was involved in the lighthouse in the 1940s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't found any connection between Daisy, that she remarried.
Yeah.
And we don't know how that could be because there was no body, so there's no death certificate. And as far as we know, you can't marry for 7 years after the disappearance.
There was no divorce. There was no
No.
Then she got married again.
Yeah.
Does she have kids?
No.
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 And she's not. Is she alive?
No.
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 So really, the only people that would have any information is anyone that was working at the lighthouse.
Yes.
And that was in the 40s.
Yes.
So we're probably be in a little bit of trouble if we're trying to find someone.
Yeah.
And you can stay at that lighthouse, can't you?
We have stayed there.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been there, haven't you?
When we were kids, I remember, was it his 100th year?
Yes.
I remember being a kid and going up and visiting.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think during the last bushfires there was a bridge burnt and it has never been replaced and you can't get in there now.
Oh, really?
I don't think they're letting it out anymore.
So no one's there? Like, is it abandoned then?
I haven't heard recently. We'll have to do a Google.
I'd love to drive up there and
It's a beautiful drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stay there. We already filmed a horror movie once. We can maybe film a second horror movie up at the lighthouse.
I think you can hike in. There's camping.
Yeah.
Along the way.
Yeah.
And you can camp and then you can hike in.
All the way in. All right. I might have to do that.
Yeah.
What's something about you that your family might not know?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
They know everything.
They think they do.
They think they do. We'll find out in a couple of years.
Yes.
And then the last question I have is there anything left on your bucket list or something you would like to achieve by the time you turn 90?
No, I think I've been very happy with my life.
You've ticked all the boxes.
Yeah, yes.
What was the last big adventure you did?
the hot air ballooning.
But you were petrified of... Were you scared of heights?
I'm scared of heights, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the hot air balloon.
You enjoyed it?
Yes.
Were you scared at all or not?
No, not at all.
No.
No.
So are you still scared of heights, or you think...
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was just the hot air ballooning you loved.
Yeah.
And you went to China a couple of years ago as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been to China and Vietnam.
Yeah.
Love Vietnam.
Yeah.
Not China.
You didn't love China?
Don't shoot dong dong.
Don't shoot Dong Dong. Make sure she doesn't watch this.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Do you have anything that you're excited about over the next couple of years? More grandkids? Or...
More great-grandchildren.
Yeah.
And a few engagements and weddings would be very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. The last one was so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So just weddings and grandkids, great-grandkids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Oh, yeah, no more grandkids.
No more grandkids. That'd be a bit of a surprise. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mikey.
No worries.
Oh.
That was great. I took your watermelon.
Yeah. I realised they're halfway through.
That wouldn't let go of it.
That was really good.
You like that?
I loved it.
So now we might have to go to the lighthouse. Would you hike to the lighthouse and stay there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. After one horror film, I'm ready to make another.
Oh, my. We should have put this here.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Terry took that photo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like a professional photo. And where was he murdered? Was it far?
Can we see the rocks there? No, the rocks are about here.
Yeah.
And he was in this house here.
Ah, I got you. So it's pretty close. But I do remember when we visited there, we took a photo in front of it, and it
Yeah.
came out really like weird and haunted.
Yes.
But I don't think we have it anymore. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while.